Is breaking news.
We have an update to some breaking news we've been following this morning out of Southeast Portland. Police have now confirmed the large police presence was the result of an early morning shooting that left 2 people hurt, including an officer.
That's right. Fox 12's Mackenzie Richmond joins us now live from the scene. Mackenzie, you just heard from police. What can you tell us?
Now, Portland police have actually confirmed that one of their officers was hit by a stray bullet in an early morning shooting here in Southeast Portland, right at the crossroads of Northeast Grand and East Burnside. Now, Portland police say they initially responded to reports of a threat with a weapon just after 12:30 this morning. When they arrived on the scene, they learned 2 other officers were already on the scene for an unrelated call when a shooting broke out between multiple vehicles driving through the area. Police say the 2 officers and another person at the scene took cover to hide from the gunfire. However, one of the bullets still was able to hit one of the officers in the heel of his boot. Now, luckily, the bullet did not go through his shoe. The officer was transported to a nearby hospital for the minor injury. Now, as all of this was unfolding here at the scene, officers were notified that a gunshot victim was dropped off at a hospital by a private vehicle. Police learned that individual, who is expected to survive, was involved in the shooting here. Police have not yet released any names of those involved. Chief Bob Day said in a statement that this incident, quote, serves as a reminder that we must continue to take a holistic approach in addressing gun violence in our city. Portland Police's enhanced community safety team is now conducting an investigation. At this time, no arrests have been made in relation to this early morning shooting here at this crossroads. But for now, reporting live from Southeast Portland, I'm Mackenzie Richmond for Good Day Oregon.